biggest overweight this year has been Hong Kong, and it continues to be our biggest overweight. So we really like the Hong Kong equity market. All year we have been overweight Hong Kong and we've been underweight China. And the big question for us in the coming 12 months is, when do we switch from this very big overweight in Hong Kong to an overweight in China? As you all know, this year Hong Kong has outperformed China. And the reason why we are still overweight Hong Kong and underweight China is that, number one, if you look at the earnings revisions in China, the earnings revisions in China continue to be quite poor. So the analysts are still revising down their earnings. They're not revising up their earnings. Number two, when you look at the overall liquidity, the liquidity environment that I showed you with the improvement in central bank balance sheets, it's happening more outside of China than it is within China. And that's why, from a liquidity point of view, and you can see this on page 9 of the handout, I haven't got Hong Kong on page 9, but I've got China. Top left is China, and you can see on page 9 that the PBOC balance sheet is really expanding only by a very, very small amount. And so you've got much bigger improvements in Korea, even in Taiwan, even in India. Things are generally looking better than they are in China. And so the earnings revisions are poor. The liquidity environment is generally still quite poor. And thirdly, a lot of foreign investors are still quite positive on China. And they all started this year being very, very positive. They've taken down their positive bet. It's more of a neutral. And we think that foreigners will continue to be sellers for a little bit longer before they kind of come back to the Chinese equity market. So sometime this year, we will definitely make a switch out of Hong Kong into China, but not for the time being. QE4 will provide more liquidity to Hong Kong. Hong Kong has a peg to the US dollar, so the liquidity will come somewhere and it will keep pushing up the Hong Kong equity market. One of the reasons why this year we've chosen Hong Kong over China was Hong Kong monetary policy is very easy. Fed does nothing, Hong Kong interest rates are very low. Fed does QE1, QE2, QE3, they keep pumping out more liquidity. That liquidity will go somewhere. And as we know, it's gone into property prices here, it's gone into the equity market as well. And that will continue to be the case. So if we do QE4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it will continue to be positive for asset prices here in Hong Kong. It will be a headache for the government, but it'll be positive for asset prices.